Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. The next generation GST reforms recommended in the 56th GST Council meeting on 3rd September 2025 mark a historic shift in India's indirect tax system. Branded as GST 2.0, these reforms simplify the tax structure into two standard rates. And the good news is you can update all these changes easily in Tally Prime without any hassle. In this video, I'll quickly show you how to update your GST rates, apply them to your ledgers and stock items, stock groups, classifications, and company level hierarchy, ensuring your invoices reflect the latest GST 2.0 structure all within a few clicks. Let's get started and make sure your tally setup is fully ready for GST 2.0. Hey everyone, let us see Sunrise Smart. This is a company which maintains more than hundreds of stock items in their data. Let us see how to change the tax rates for this. Either you can navigate from Gateway of Tally, display more reports, statutory reports, GST rate setup, and land to GST rate setup report. Or else you can click on Alt G and just type GST rate setup so that you can land onto the report on the fly. Select stock items. In this example, this particular company have a habit of maintaining their GST rates at stock item level. Make sure your F12 show source of GST details is enabled so that we can be rest assured that these GST rates are defined at the stock item level. Once you're sure about the hierarchy, you can drill down from the GST rate, that is 12%. According to the changes, most of the items have moved to exempt and rest to 5%. So you can select the maximum invoices which are shifting either to 5% or the exempt by selecting control space. Once you select, you can unselect the items which are minimal and then click on Alt S, update GST details. Once you click on Alt S, a window to update the details will pop up. Make sure you provide HSN details is no, because there is no impact on the HSN details. It remains as is. If you blunder with this, we might end up configuring a wrong HSN or blank HSN in the stock items. Then give the GST rate as taxable if majority of the items have shifted to 5% and select new effective date and set the date as 22nd September 2025 and accept. As you can see, most of the items which were configured have moved out of the 12%. Now select the rest. According to our example, all are going to move to exempt. So multi-select, as I said, using control spacebar, click on Alt S, GST, update GST rate and make sure provide HSN details is no, then select the taxability as exempt, ensure to give the proper effective date, that is the GST reforms date as 22nd September 2025 and accept. As you can see, the entire 12% list is vanished and moved according to 22nd September to exempt and 5% rate. It's so simple. Within just few clicks, we have configured all the stock items with the appropriate taxabilities. Now let us see how to shift the luxury items which are capped under 40%. Drill down from the rate category. Initially in the report, you can see all the GST rates are classified based on the GST rates. So enter, make sure provide HSN details is no and make GST rate as 40% and select the rate effective date. The initial stages of showing rate-wise breakup helps users to understand and drill down and make the changes accordingly. You can also check provide sys details so that making sure nothing is carried to the stock item level and accept the screen. As you see, most of the items have moved as this is the rate changes I've left for October, so there's no changes on this particular item. Similarly, now let us see how to change the GST rates for ledger. As I said, it is broadly categorized as per the GST rate. Drill down from GST rate 12%, as 12% is the major rate which is being affected due to GST 2.0. Either many of the item would move to exempt or 5%. As I said earlier, make sure that HSN details after clicking on all tests is made to know, and mention the GST rate effective date and accept the screen. Again, the rest of the items selected by pressing Ctrl space bar. Select by clicking all tests, update rate details, and ensure this is configured exempt, and by providing the new effective date and accept the screen. Hence, all the 12% rates have moved accordingly. Similarly, we can drill down from 28% rate and make it 28% rate details and change it to 40% by clicking on all tests, update GST details. By making provide HSN details to know, by specifying details here and marking it as 40% with the proper effective date. As you can see, those two items have shifted to 40%. Now let us see how to change the GST rates for the items which are configured using a different sources. When the GST rates are configured using other sources like stock group, classification, or company level hierarchy, make sure F12 show source details is enabled. As you see, this is an example of data where all the tax rates are usually set up at the group level or classification level. So this is a bit different than the stock item level or ledger level. Make sure you drill down and select the items and click on update source details. Once you click on update source details, it will directly update your source rather than the stock item itself. So select all the items, make sure you click on update source details, provide GST details as provide HSN details as no, and GST rate details as taxable, and make it as 40% with the appropriate effective date. And accept. As you see, all the 28% have moved now to 40%. Similarly, the major GST rate 12%, drill down from there, and sure again, select all the items which are majoritarily moved to lean towards to exempt or 5%. Based on that, select the majority of the stock items by pressing Ctrl spacebar, or unselect the ones which are not moving and press Ctrl spacebar. Then click on update source details. It updates all the sources. Either it may be stock group, company, or either it may be stock group or the ledger groups that are defined in, and then select the rest of the stock item, then make specified details here and mention the rate as 5% and accept. As you see, entire GST rate 12% is now empty. All the details have shifted accordingly in the dashboard, as you can see. Now let us see how to configure the company level tax rate. If your business just maintains one particular tax rate or HSN, usually the practices they would have provided in F11, that is GST rate and other rate details. So it's very simple. Press F11, enter on the second option. Second option, set or alter company GST rate and other details. Once you enable the option, you would get HSN. As HSN does not have any impact, make sure you skip the field and change the rate to 40%, which has an impact. Once you enter the rate effective date, accept the details. This ensures all your stock items, ledgers which are carrying company level hierarchy is updated accordingly. Now when you pass a transaction after 22nd September 2025, as on 22nd or onwards, will be calculated according to the updated GST 2.0 rates. Thank you. Kindly, if you have any doubts or clarification that you want us to clarify, or if you have any topic or module in your mind which requires a video or a clear details, kindly comment